I found my childhood diary while moving into my new apartment. At first, I thought it would just be another box of old memories. But buried between pages I hadn't seen in years were entries that I never wrote. Some of them were dated years in the future, and one of them ended in blood. I've spent the last few days moving out of my parents' house. Most of my belongings fit into a handful of boxes, clothes, electronics, and a few childhood keepsakes. There was one box I almost left behind. My dad remembered it at the last second. It was the box of childhood memories every family seems to keep somewhere in an attic. Old toys, drawings, school projects, things that once felt important enough to keep forever. I brought it to my new apartment and started sorting through everything. At first, it was nostalgic. Then I reached the last item in the box. It was my childhood diary. Pink, shiny, embarrassing. I remembered writing in it when I was young, but only for a few months before losing interest. Curious, I sat down and started reading. Most of the entries were exactly what you'd expect. School, friends, random childhood thoughts. The kind of memories that make you smile without realizing it. I kept reading. And then I noticed something strange. The dates didn't stop. There was an entry dated 2 years ago. It talked about finding the diary in the attic after my dad had started a new job. The handwriting looked exactly like mine. But none of it had ever happened. Then came another entry. 1 year ago. It described moving into a new apartment. The same apartment I had only just moved into today. The writer encouraged their future self, saying everything would be okay. I just stared at the page. I hadn't written any of it. The next entry was even stranger. Whoever wrote it sounded terrified. They claimed they had never owned a diary at all. They couldn't understand how every childhood memory inside matched their own life perfectly. Then the next page introduced a different name entirely. Rebecca. Not mine. As if the diary belonged to someone else whose past had somehow become identical to mine. By now my hands were shaking, but I couldn't stop reading. The final, complete entry was dated only 2 months ago. It said someone had broken into the apartment. The writer was hiding in the attic while waiting for the police. They kept writing because it made them believe they would survive long enough to read the words again. The sentence stopped halfway through. The page was stained with dried blood. I didn't know what to think anymore. I grabbed a pen and decided to leave my own message. I wrote that none of this made sense, that I didn't remember any of these events, that I didn't know who Rebecca was. Halfway through my sentence, the pen ran out of ink. I got up to find another one. It only took a minute, maybe less. But when I came back, the diary was gone.